Brings us to Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Houston Texans and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Play action from Miller. Now Watson rolling to his left. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Set, 19. Go, team. Let's go.
Watson now to throw. Setting up the screen for Miller. Got some room at the 30. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. A gain of 32 that time.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Watson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the gun, here's Watson. And Gresham has it left side. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 2nd down now, it's Miller. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Here's Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use him a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Check green 90. Set 180. Mark 37. Watch the curve. Watch the curve.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the 1st down there, help them relax a little bit.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And it's complete. Henry. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Back to the ground now with Gordon. Nifty move by Gordon. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Benardrick McKinney, a first-time Pro Bowler a season ago, in on the tackle there.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The Chargers were best in the NFL, 7 of 8 on 4th down last year, and they're going here. The fullback wide, and he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. They go play action here on 1st down, and he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
190. Let's go, B, let's go.
Now Rivers. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 9, Watson, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Running right. It's a handoff to Gordon. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? Blitz coming, and down he goes. Joey Bosa. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. Finding room at the 30. Room here to run. A huge play there for Houston. 78 yards. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now Watson. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Miller. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? your two-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have one or two for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go. Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now Gordon on first down. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 38, Rivers. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack.
Buzz. 37's the mic. Mike 37. 61. Matchbox lights. 37's the mic. Mike 37. Hey, ready.
Off the play fake here, Rivers. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. Allen, the intended receiver. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now a first down throw, Watson. And he'll find QT on the right side, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. To throw is Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. To the air yet again. Watson forced out to his left. He gets it left side to Johnson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. They'll try and run for it with Miller. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Gordon, a Pro Bowler for the second time last season, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns. And that was only in 12 games played a season ago. And he also switched jersey numbers in the offseason from 28 to 25. And 25, that's the number he wore when he was dominating the Big Ten college gridiron for the Badgers of Wisconsin. They'll run on first down. It's Gordon. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. First down, Rivers. For the sideline, that's taken in by Allen.
10 more yards. Complete to Keenan Allen. 10 yards on the big.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. A toss play, Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Wait, 85.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Wait, 85.
On first and 10, Rivers got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Badgley on for the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
On second down, it's Miller. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Third and 2, Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Stretch, 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different?
Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And the Texans scoop it, and they'll set up shop right near midfield.
Going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson, he'll buy some time right. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
They run on first down as they get about 3, 2nd and 7 forthcoming. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They'll run it again with Miller. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down.
Check, 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 check.
He's going down, he's coming.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. This one from 48 yards away. And Fairbairn missed it. He pulled it left. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not, it's not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Stack 390, black 15, red Delta.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rivers to Gordon out left. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. There goes Melvin Gordon. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.